It's Week 10 of the National Football League, and we've got the Bengals. Burner at wide receiver. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Bengals and the Bills on Monday Night Prime Time.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
Well, nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Allen going to go to the air right away. And he'll be taken down. Second down. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's got his man here, Beasley. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play here for Buffalo. 43 yards.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Coleman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Keon Coleman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And the slot man goes in motion left. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And a reception made by Green. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
this is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. At that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Now Burrow.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Burrow looking to pass. Quick throw here, that's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The Bengals at 500 now, 4-4 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And Burrow going to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Gains up, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bengals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bills offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And as we transition into the second half of the season, he continues to put up big numbers on a consistent basis. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And now out come the Bills.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Allen gonna throw.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, this defense for the Bengals very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he finds Beasley complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8. To throw, it's Allen. That's caught. It's Coleman. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up going into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line. 7-7, our score after 1. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Allen again.
The right side here caught by Kincaid.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here's Allen to throw it. Touchdown, Bills! From 13 yards out, and the Bills have taken the lead.
A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading reality.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Now it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here's Ethan Evans now.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll give to Cook on the read option. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
And now they'll throw with Allen. This one complete to Coleman. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Allen.
And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On play action, Allen. He's able to get it to Coleman. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Keon Coleman
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll get this to the 32.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
In motion comes the tight end left. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive killer of a sack there to add to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now when some kind of score was desperately needed.
Ethan Evans on now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. And he is caught. And he is going to have a Bills first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Now he fires deep for Shakir. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. It's complete to Diggs. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Coleman, the man in motion right. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Here's Allen. Completes it to Coleman. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Bills.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Aaron Rodgers, strong in the victory, as his guys looked better than a team that had won just one game coming in. From there, we head south to Texas to check on the Cowboys at home at AT&T Stadium. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. Terrell Davis, well over 100 yards with 2 touchdown catches to boot. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. The Pats start the second half with another victory as they push their mark up to 8-1 on the year. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And fighting down inside the 25. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bengals offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. As we check out the league leaders in passing yards, you can see he's right up there among the best in the NFL at this point in the season. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up fourth down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So the shotgun snap to Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 27-yard line.
Now Allen. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. A solid stiff arm. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Bills' 32-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Now it's Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow.
Throw left side complete to Chase.
And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. And his kick is indeed good, and that will close the gap down to 14.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Did you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to try back out on the field to start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score again, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To the air, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 empty. 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11.
The quick throw by Burrow is complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now it's Burrow. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Gregory Rousseau
In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Evades him at the 20, shoves him aside. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Allen. And Beasley with it over the middle. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the 1st. They get him to the ground at the 37. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Down at the 31. Now Burrow. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a toss here, short side. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Allen gonna throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. They run the option here on 1st and 10. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And his throw is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
On play action, Allen fighting to stay upright. Throw out wide is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
At the 11-yard line.
Burrow will throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
And the Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. From the 25, here's second and 9. Here's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Allen's got it, complete. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 34-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 34. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 4.
Here we go.
At the 28-yard line.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Here we go.
23-yard line.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 16-yard line.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bengals go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast, we're able to be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there. They went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
To throw, it's Allen. And this is Cook with the ground.
On the move past the 40.
And he gets this one down to the 24.
It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now Allen. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Now Burrow.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Well, 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Burrow.
Green's got it over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
Burrow.
2nd and 2. At the 38-yard line.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Gun. Cut. 42.
To throw, Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. This is 1st and 10. Here's Burrow.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing, Burrow.
He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 18.
That's another Cincinnati Bengals.
Again, it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
2nd down, goal to go.
A final shot now for Burrow. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Escaping the... And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case,